going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 22 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to go over the cheapest way to do Team Diamond sets in Madden 22. We got some spreadsheets, some things that you can use to calculate costs on doing these sets to find out if they're profitable, or if you're not trying to make coins from them, if you just want to do the set to get the player on your team. We're going to give you some tools here to make it as cheap as possible. Now, if you guys find this video helpful, I really need you to do me a favor here and click that thumbs up, because it really supports the channel, it supports the videos. And if this is a good video that's helping you and you want it to help other people, you can show that support by clicking that thumbs up. Also, if you're new here and you've been looking for ways to get these Team Diamond sets done, or just ways to get better in Madden Ultimate Team, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Shout outs to all the subs out there, all the old subs, all the new subs. Appreciate all the support. So we're talking about Team Diamonds, of course, in today's video. And in order to get these sets done, it's becoming rather expensive. And I think one of the big things here is that power-ups being in packs is tanking the value on these sets a little bit, but we're going to give you some keys and tools on how to calculate everything for cost on these. And it's going to be a different experience for everybody, because some of you might have 0 cards and you're doing the sets from scratch. Some of you might have half the cards, a quarter of the cards, most of the cards. But we're going to give you these tools, and it's going to be a spreadsheet. Now, a couple things to note. Number one, the link to this spreadsheet will be down below in the comment section as a pinned comment in this video. Also, it's going to be in the description of probably all of my videos going forward, so that's where you guys can find it. This is what the spreadsheet looks like. My bad, it says MUT21 Team Diamonds at the top. We'll fix that. I basically use the same spreadsheet from last year to this year, but it's very important when you click the link on this spreadsheet, the first thing you need to do, and I'm going to show you how to do it, is you're going to go to File, you're going to go to Make a Copy, and it's going to pop up this dialog. You can name it whatever you want. You can name it MUT22 Team Diamonds. Very important that you go to File and Make a Copy. This will allow you to edit the spreadsheet yourself. It's not going to help you if you don't edit yourself, because you need to type in various values on the cards. Also, you need to do this because every time I put out these types of videos and these spreadsheets, I get a million emails from you guys requesting access to it. You don't need to request access. You literally just go to File, Make a Copy like I showed you, type in whatever you want to name it, and then click OK, and boom, you're done. Number two thing of importance, you can't see it on your screen here, but down at the bottom, you're going to see the various teams. There is going to be a tab or another sheet or another page for every single team and every single set, but I haven't done all of them. So by the time that you guys click this link, it may have more in there, it may have the same amount, it may have all of them in there, but I did create a blank template for you guys to use. So if you want to go in and do the work and not wait for me, you can. We have the Bears, we have the Bengals, the Bills, etc. There's teams all the way up, I think, to the Bucks right now, and I'll be adding more as I go. I just got to find the time to do it. But you can go to template, right? And that's why you want to go to File and Make a Copy, and all you have to do is just type the names in here yourself and then follow the directions from there as we're about to show you. And we're just going to use the Bear set as an example, kind of go step by step on what I do, how to find out if it's going to be profitable or not, and how to calculate the cheapest way possible to get these sets done. All right, so here is step number one. We want to find out the current price of the power-up and the diamond for the set. Again, we're going to use the Bears as an example. The Bears have Tommy Harris, so we're going to go to the auction house right now, and we're going to check for his power-up and his team diamond, and we're going to get the price of it at the moment. So that means for whatever set you're doing, this is your step number one. Go to the auction house, find out the current lowest price of both the power-up and the diamond. So for Tommy Harris, his power-up is 5,550 coins, and then his diamond is about 213K. Now, there's a little bit of a difference here, and I think maybe I could safely possibly sell the Tommy Harris for 6 or 6.5K. So on my spreadsheet, I'm going to put 6K, and on this one here for the Team Diamond, I'm going to round up and say I think I might be able to sell this for 215K. I'm also just a nerd and like using round numbers, so we're going to go ahead and go back to the spreadsheet. And under the power-up section, we're going to price or write down or type in the price that we're going to try to sell the power-up for. so we're going to say 6,000 coins. Then also the diamond, remember we said 215k, so we're going to type in 215k, and what this is doing right now is telling us that if we sell the power up at that price after tax, we're going to get 5,400 coins back. If we sell the diamond at that price, we're going to get 193,000 and a half coins back after tax again. And if we sell both of them together, basically this is what our profit is, or the amount that we're going to get back is 198.9k for selling both the power up and the diamond after tax. Now there is a profit section, and right now it's basically showing that we would be profitable, but we haven't typed any numbers in, and I'm going to explain what all of these columns to the left are, but what we would do now on step number 2 is go back into our game, and we're going to go back on over to the sets, and whatever cards that you already have, any cards that you've collected or that you haven't collected and you need to go into collect, you want to make sure that you kind of account for those first. So we have 13 done right now. Let me make sure I don't have any other cards in here. We do have an 85 to 86, so I could go ahead and throw a card in here. We'll just throw the Roy Williams 85 overall. So now we have 14 of 25 cards. So what I'm going to do is now put zeros in the column of every player that I already have collected into this set. So we're going to jump on over to the spreadsheet here, and we have Akeem Hicks. So we're going to put a 0 for Akeem Hicks. We have Eddie Jackson. We don't have Roquan Smith. We do have David Montgomery. So we're going to put a 0 in there. We don't have Eddie Goldman. We do have Cody Whitehair. So I think you get the point here. Let me go through, and I'm going to put zeros for all 14 cards that I have because we don't need to buy these cards. Once you're done, your spreadsheet is going to look like mine, right? You're going to have zeros for all of the cards that you've already collected. Now, before we move further, one of the obvious things that I could tell you right here is that it could be more profitable to not even bother doing this set and just sell all the cards that I have and don't worry about the set at all. If you have a bunch of cards and it seems a little more overambitious for you to complete the set, just sell the cards, take your profit that way. But if you want to go after Dan Marino, or you definitely want to get this set done and you want to see if you can either make profit or just get it done for cheap, this is where we're using this spreadsheet. So now we're going to go from left to right. The first column is first pass, and what I mean by that is I'm going to check the prices on the auction house currently and see what each of these are, and I'm going to write down the first price that I see on every single one of these cards. So the first 3 here, we have MUT Superstar Eddie Jackson, we have Team Builder Quinn, Robert Quinn, and then Team Builder Justin Fields. So I'm going to go into the game and I'm going to go Eddie Jackson, okay, and it's 55.6. I'm going to immediately type that down, 6,000 or 600, I should say, and boom. If we go back on over to the spreadsheet, wrong button there, we now have 55,600 under the first pass column. We'll go back into the game. We're going to check the next card that we don't have, and that is Robert Quinn, 47.5K. So we're going to type that into our spreadsheet. We're going to go on over to the next card, Justin Fields. Again, first price that you see. I'll explain what we're going to do after this, but write down the first price that you see. It's very important that you do that. We're basically going to go down the list, and all the cards that we don't have, we're going to price check them, and we're going to put it right into the spreadsheet. I'm not going to bore you and go through the entire team and price check these in the video, so we'll do one more last one here and put in the Eddie Goldman price. I'm going to go fill out the rest of it, and basically once we're done, the entire first column is going to be filled with either zeros for the cards that we have or a price in there for the first price that we saw as we searched, as we went down the list for the Chicago Bears. Once you've gone through the entire team and price check all of the cards that you need, your spreadsheet's going to look similar to what mine looks like, okay? So zeros are the cards that we already have, already collected, or ones that we don't have to buy, and then there are prices in there for the ones that we do need to buy. So right now, if you look under that first column, the total tells us 193,000, basically 193,000 coins, right? So that's what it would cost if we bought all of those cards right off of the first rip at the prices that we saw right away. But we don't want to do that, right? We're going to try to snipe, or at least be stingy or more aggressive on the market and find these cards for cheaper. So the target section is what you want to pay for this card. And I recommend, now you're going to have a little bit of patience. Remember, there's 32 teams. If you're only targeting a couple teams, it's going to take longer. But if you're trying to get Marino done, you don't have to get one set done before the other. You can take your time. You can do multiple at the same time. But what we're going to type here in the target section is what we want to pay for the card. And I personally, what I'm going to do is undercut all of the first pass values. So we saw the Eddie Jackson for 55.5K basically. I'm going to say, you know what? I think I can get him for 52,000. So we're going to type that in. Team builder Robert Quinn, I think I can get him for 45,000. Team builder Justin Fields, I'm going to say I think I can get him for 32K. These are, you know, kind of realistic numbers that you think you can get for this card. I'm not going to put, you know, Allen Robinson, I think I can get him for 1,000 coins. Maybe you'll get lucky, but it's not going to happen 99% of the time. But 19K, I think I can get him for 17K. I'm going to catch somebody slipping. Somebody's going to price this card a little bit lower than what I saw it the first time. So we're going to go down the entire column, and we're going to put target values for every single card that we need to buy, and we're going to focus on making that target price lower than what we saw the first check on. So now we filled out all of the target prices. These are the prices that we are shooting for, that we want to pay for the card. And if you look at the total under the little yellow highlighted number under the target section, you'll now see that if we can hit all of these cards at our target price, it's going to cost us 180,000 coins to do so. And also you may notice that under the profit section here, if we bought all of those cards at those prices and then we sold the power up and we sold the team diamond, we would profit 18,000, almost 19,000 coins. Not a ton, right? But this is letting us know off rip, will this be profitable? Now again, I can go back and tell you, instead of completing the set to make 18K, you can just go ahead and sell all the cards that you have. But the flip side of that is you can also make 18K, sell the cards, but you get that team collectible for the Bears, and that's one of 32 pieces you need for Dan Marino. So if you can go through and do all of these sets and make very little profits, even if it's 5,000 coins, you're still getting that collectible towards that Dan Marino, and you're not losing out on any coins. Yes, again, you could sell the cards that you have, but then you're going to be selling hundreds and hundreds of cards, and you're not going to get Dan Marino. This is a way to find out, can we do each of these sets and not lose coins and get all the 32 collectibles and get Dan Marino? So now, in kind of the last step here, is we actually have to go out and buy the cards. And the actual section is what we actually purchased the card for. So what I like to do, and this is where patience is going to come involved, is that I'm going to cycle through all of these cards within the set and check the auction house on them. And remember my target values here, right? So Eddie Jackson, my target was 52K. I'm going to load in. I don't see him at 52K. I'm going to move on to the next card. You're going to have some patience. Robert Quinn, we put 45K. Guess what? He's 45K now. I'm going to go ahead and buy this card because that's what I was willing to pay for. And guess what? We just found it at that price. So now if we go back over to our spreadsheet, in the actual section, we're going to type what we actually paid. And if you look under that all the way to the bottom, that's going to be a running total of how much coins we actually spent. And if you look at the actual section on the spreadsheet under profit, every time we buy a card, that profit's going to go down. But the end goal here is to make sure that we stick to our target prices so that actual target or actual profit section isn't in the minus. And if we can find cards that are under our target value, we're going to make more than the 18 or almost 19K that we were projected. So again, I'm just going to go through each and every team, each and every player that we need. We need Justin Fields. Our target value was 32K. He's at 40. Oh well, we got to move on and check for the next one. Allen Robinson, we said 17K. He's 18.6. So unfortunately, we're not going to get him at that price. Move on to the next one. Roquan Smith, he's at 16.1. I said 15K. Again, this is where patience is going to come into play. But basically, I'm cycling through each and every card that I need, and I'm trying to find it for either at that target value or under. Goldman was 3.3. He's at 3.7. So say you cycle through the entire team. You either, don't find any cards that you wanted either at or under your target value, or maybe you find 1 or 2 or 0 or 5, right? Basically, I would then go to the next team or go play some solos, play a weekend league game, play a head-to-head game, come back and check the prices. I really need you guys to understand you have to have patience to do it. So now I'm going to bring you to a hypothetical scenario here. We're going to go back to the spreadsheet, and let's just say in a perfect world, right, we're going to say we got Eddie Jackson at 53K. We had to pay a little bit more. We got Justin Fields at our 32K that we wanted. Say we sniped Allen Robinson. We got him for 15K. Going down to Roquan Smith, we got him for 15.5. Like we had to, sometimes you're going to have to make some sacrifices on cards. but if you want to stay patient, you won't have to. And sometimes you're going to catch them for really cheap. Say I caught this guy slipping, I got an Eddie Goldman at 2,500K, or 2,500 coins. We're going through and we're just kind of showing you what we actually bought these cards for. Again, this is all hypothetical. Say we bought that card for not that many zeros, but 3,100. We got that for 3K. We got this for 2.9. And then finally, we got a Marquise Goodwin for 2,500 coins, right? We caught somebody slipping there. We got a little bit of a nice deal on it. At this price, and again, this is a hypothetical scenario, you're going to go through every single card and keep searching until you hit that target or under that target value. But say, you know, all of that happened, we spent 178K, almost 178.5 or 178.5, and that was what we actually paid. We just would have profited off of this scenario basically 20K. So it's a running total. It does all of the math for you. All you have to do is basically type in your prices. Again, if there's a team up there that I haven't entered in, either stay patient. It will probably be there. I'll have all of the teams done by probably tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to go watch football for the rest of the day, so it won't be getting done today. But also remember, we have this blank template that you can use. Just go to File and make a copy, and you can edit in the names yourself. You can type in the values yourself. It will do all of the calculations for you. And that's pretty much it. That's what you're going to use. That's your guide. That's your calculator on how to get these sets done for the cheapest amount. My end goal here, right, is to go through all of these sets and at least make 1,000 coins profit. As long as I do that, I know I'm getting the collectibles towards Dan Marino, and then I'm going to have the best quarterback in the game, or I can sell the Marino and sell his power-up. You can also do things like wait for the cards, right? Like don't sell them right away. I have a couple Team Diamonds in my possession. I completed Thurman Thomas set. I completed Talib set. Who else did I get done here? We got the Eagles and Deuce Staley, but I'm going to keep him because, you know, obviously I'm an Eagle fan. Andre Rison I got done, but I don't know if I'm going to keep him. Charles Haley I got done. Phil Simms I got done. Probably not going to keep Phil Simms. Definitely not going to. But I'm going to wait until like Monday or Tuesday to sell those cards. Not selling them over the weekend. I'm going to try to maximize my profit a little bit more, so you can definitely do things like that. I can't really give you an idea on how long to hold on to these cards, if they go up, down, or stay the same. But at the end of the day, my goal here is to try to get all of them done for any type of profit in general, because that's going to get Marino. If you're not trying to get Marino and you just want to get these sets done, that's going to help you calculate it at least the cheapest way possible. Or if you want to do some select sets to see if you can make profit off of those, you can use it the same way. Again, hopefully you guys found it helpful. Links down below in the description and in the pinned comment section. Don't forget to go to File and make a copy and click that thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.